Welcome to the UTAD TV interview. My name is Gülşen Mehdiyeva. Ana Rocha comes to the UTAD TV studio today. She's an English teacher at UTAD. At the same time, she is currently teaching English in Porto along with UTAD. I would like to highlight the PhD education of our interviewer in Spain and her teaching activities in Great Britain. Ana Rocha's academic work on gender issues, climate crisis, culture of indigenous people is also very interesting. So, stay on the side. The interview starts right now. What's your name?
Ana Rocha.
Your age?
41.
Favorite food?
Risotto.
Favorite film?
Dead Poets Society.
Favorite book?
100 Years of Solitude.
Favorite music?
Starlight by Muse.
Your wish for 2023?
Clearly peace all over the world.
So we are starting the interview with Ana Rocha. Welcome to UTAD TV. We are very happy to see you here.
Oh, hello. Thank you for the invitation. Nice to be here.
First of all, I would like to ask the question about your teaching career and academic activity. Why did you choose the teaching English, and why did you continue your academic career in this direction? What was your motivation?
Okay, well, I started here at UTAD. My undergrad studies were initially from here. I have always enjoyed literature and languages, and back in the late 19s, I felt it was a good choice, and then, well, life presented itself in a way, and I moved by teaching Portuguese and English, mostly English, and I quite enjoyed doing that.
I also would like to talk about your activity at UTAD. As a teacher, as an educator, what and which ways you can be useful to your students?
I think that first of all, it's about educating human beings to be proactive as professionals, but also as human beings. So aside from all the content, all the knowledge that that I teach on a regular basis, I think that helping them developing critical thinking is quite important these days.
Next question about your new ideas, your activity. How do you stay current in your field, incorporate new ideas and approach into your teaching?
Well, I do research mostly on gender studies, post-colonial studies, indigenous cultures, and luckily I also teach a subject of post-colonial cultures in English, and I can combine my research with all the things that I have to teach to my students. So, well, it's a well-balanced, somehow well-balanced situation.
You studied in Spain, right?
Yes.
Why did you choose Spain to study PhD?
Well, it was a mixture between my choice to work with a specific person from the University of Vigo, someone that it ended up to be my advisor, my PhD advisor, and it was also, a financial move, because tuition fees in Spain are different from the ones that we have to pay in Portugal. But basically it was a choice related with the fact that I wanted to work with someone in the field of indigenous studies.
What's the difference between the education system Spain and Portugal?
Well, I cannot say that there is a huge difference. PhDs look like a bit of the same everywhere. We have to write a thesis at the end of 3 years or 5 years. But I think that one of the things that I noticed while while studying there, it was the fact that the university had a lot of funding, and I could benefit from that. I got a scholarship to conduct research in the UK, and I was always funded to attend conferences nationally or internationally.
You also have an international background in teaching.
Yes.
You have teaching experience in United Kingdom. Can you please give the information about that times?
Well, it was an amazing time. I love the UK for several reasons, and I quite enjoyed the dynamic of teaching in a British university. It was teaching English for academic purposes, and it was not exactly different from the things that I do here, but the environment itself is different, in terms of academia. My students were slightly different, but I don't think that there are huge differences between one country or the other in terms of what professors do in classroom. We teach, we work directly with students. Perhaps the major difference might be related with the fact that we spend a lot of time with the students. There are tutorials all the time, and it's basically that. But my choice to work there, it was purely based on how much I enjoy being in the UK, and I got the chance, I grabbed it, and it was a quite nice time there.
Did you learn something in United Kingdom? Currently, you are applying in Portugal to teach the students.
Well, we all learn new things wherever we go, regardless the situation. I always see things from that perspective of learning all the time. I don't think that I have learned anything that changed me completely, or something that completely changed my methods inside of a classroom. Well, because it was basically the same. So I cannot say that. It was not based on knowledge or methodology. It was much more as a new experience, something that I benefit from back then. And it's always nice to have that background and describe that to students in a way to motivate them to seek for jobs in other countries, for instance.
In addition to teaching, you also your academic activities also include some area in gender studies. Do you have any plan in this direction?
I do have. Well, it's not a plan. It's more like I dream about having a postdoc position somewhere in a nice university to conduct research, because I do love doing research. It's part of what I am as a professional. Not only the teaching part, which is the biggest part of my life, but also combining research with that. Well, the postdoc is always on the side, but let's see what the future brings.
You also have academic background in ecological crisis and indigenous people culture. Do you have any targets in these fields?
Well, it's the same. It's looking for a postdoc that accommodates all those fields of research in, it's called environmental humanities. I have been doing, research on that, and, the ultimate goal might be a postdoc, somewhere, sometime in the future. I don't know. But yes, all that is something that I use in classes as well. So if I read an interesting article about environmental issues, I will inevitably share that with my students. So it's an ongoing process. But the postdoc might be the ultimate goal.
And lastly, I want to ask about your career targets. What's your wish or target for a career in the next years?
I would say a more stable situation as a professional, more stability. It's the only thing that that I'm looking for at the moment. More stability.
You don't have work now?
Oh, no, we don't. But it is the current situation in Portugal. I would say a bit all around Europe, but definitely what I really want for the future is a bit more of stability.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to talk to you at UTAD TV. And good luck in your ongoing works.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you so much. Yes, UTAD TV audience, we have come to the end of today's episode of Perfil. We hope our discussion was interesting for you. We have to say goodbye to you as Perfil for today, but stay tuned with UTAD TV.